Do you like toys? Big Bad Toy Store has toys. If you click the link in the description below and give them money, you too can have toys. Now watch my video. Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Marvel Select Disney Store exclusive Thanos. So yes, here we have the most recent Marvel Select Thanos, which is unfortunately a Disney Store exclusive, making it more annoying to get a hold of, but I did finally manage to get one. And he is really cool. He's based on a more modern look for Thanos, which is nice, and he does come equipped with the Infinity Gauntlet, so he is ready to destroy half of the universe. And apart from that, he's just a really nicely executed figure, and something worth adding to your collection if you are a fan of Thanos. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Thanos. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. As Marvel Select figures are generally 7-inch scale, you would expect them to be bigger than a 6-inch figure, and Thanos is a larger character in general. So he is noticeably taller than a standard 6-inch figure. I think he works pretty well for Marvel Legends scale. And of course he is much bigger than a 3 3/4-inch figure. And here he is compared to some other Thanoses, the original Marvel Select Thanos and the Build-A-Figure Marvel Legends Thanos. He's about the same size as the Build-A-Figure Thanos, and he is noticeably shorter and especially noticeably less bulky than the original Marvel Select Thanos. Now let's get everything else out of here and just look at the new Marvel Select Thanos. Moving on to our 360 spin, the base of Thanos' outfit is dark blue. It has some raised line work sculpted onto it that is painted black, and some embedded line work that is not painted. Then the rest of his armor is gold, the indented parts are a sort of coppery color, and the raised parts are a silver sort of color. His boots and one of his gauntlets have a nice rounded sort of shape to them, but then whenever you get to his Infinity Gauntlet, they sort of mixed up the design for it, which means he has sort of asymmetrical bracers, which is something that annoys me about this figure. I don't know exactly what art this version of Thanos is based on, but generally his Infinity Gauntlet matches his normal gauntlet. Luckily, if you want to waste money, you can buy 2 of these Thanoses and you can swap the gauntlets out to make them symmetrical. So yes, apart from the asymmetrical gauntlet thing, which is not even a big deal, it's just something that slightly annoys me, he looks really good. Head sculpt-wise, Thanos comes with 2 heads. He has his helmeted head, the blue and gold match the rest of the armor, and it does have some nice sculpting, once again, just like the rest of the armor. His face is purple, as it should be. His eyes are red. I've seen Thanos' eyes be several different colors, but red is one of them that I've seen. He's got some really nice sculpting for the wrinkles and the big chin ridges and stuff, and he has a nice sinister smile. And then his second head is a unhelmeted head. While the sculpt for the face is not identical, it is almost the same, and it's definitely the same sort of expression. So basically the only real difference is it doesn't have a helmet. I think most people are probably going to use the helmeted head. I know I am. I did try to use the unhelmeted one, but it just doesn't look as cool. I also wish that if they were going to give us 2 different heads, that they had 2 different expressions. Maybe that would have tempted me to use the unhelmeted head. Articulation-wise, Thanos has a pretty standard set of Marvel Select articulation. Ball peg in the head, which moves around, but the collar does get in the way a little bit. Shoulders go in and out, forward and back. Bicep cut. Single joint elbow. Wrist hinge and rotation. He has a diaphragm joint that goes forward and back a little bit, rotates. Hips go in and out, forward and back. Thigh cut. Double jointed knees. And hinge and pivoting in the ankles. So you should be able to get him into some poses, but he is far from being super posable. Packaging wise, you get your standard Marvel Select packaging, which is the big oversized blister card. Marvel Select Thanos Special Collector Edition action figure, big window, logo for Thanos, and Disney Store logo on the bottom. On the back you get some artwork, picture of the figure, and a bunch of copyright stuff and other things that are not important to me. As always, these are good for in or out of package display, and that about wraps it up for Thanos. So until next time, goodbye!